Okay, talking next steps in this episode. Here we go. Okay, so here's the deal. The marathon has been canceled, and there's nothing I can do about that. It is completely out of my control. It is out of everybody's control. Whatever you've had planned is pretty much canceled because of COVID-19. Now, I was a little bummed about that yesterday. I am realizing that I've got to get over that. I gave myself permission to be bummed about that for a little period of time, like a couple hours last night when I got the email, and I found out through Instagram, and now I am beyond it. So they are offering two options for the Pittsburgh Marathon. One is to race virtually. Now, I'm not sure of the details for that, but that sort of seems like it's the default, unless you specify option two, which is to get your money back. The virtual option allows you to run anytime after, I think it's like April 1st, and submit your time. I'm not sure of the logistics. I'll have to check that out. And then you will receive your finisher's medal, that sort of thing, and whatever, your bag of swag or race day swag. So for me, the next steps aren't very clear. I have put in a ton of work, as many marathoners have done to this point, and I feel strongly that I am about as ready as I would have been for my first marathon. I haven't yet done anything with like a taper, so I don't know that end of the training block. I don't know what that would have felt like. So I think those are things that I still have to learn about and get through. So I'm leaning more heavily towards running a marathon virtually or doing something around my area to test what would 26.2 look like. I don't necessarily need a crowd or anything like that, I think, to run the miles per se, although that would be sort of a nice boost and was a nice boost in the half marathon last year. So I think I'm leaning towards doing something like that. And the question was brought up by my wife yesterday. She said, well, wouldn't you want that first experience in an actual marathon? And that's a really good question. I thought about it a little bit longer, and I realized, of course, I want that. But when I do get to the start line of an actual marathon in sometime in the future, that will be the first experience, and that'll be fine too. It's just that I have to go through this, I think, given where I am with training, having started this before January, really putting time and effort into being in the best aerobic shape that I could possibly be at 45. And so I think the plan right now, next steps, will be to launch into doing something virtually. Having said that, I don't know for sure, but that's what I'm leaning towards. And I'm going to get out there on this run now, knock out a few miles, and get back indoors like everybody else. Here we go. Okay, coming up on 90 minutes. I'll just shut it down for the day. Feeling pretty good about getting out there. Plan was originally just 60 minutes, but I'll take the extra push today. Closing it out. Catch you on the post run. Okay, that is that run for today. No complaints. I was really gonna go just for about an hour today, and decided to stay out there and push it beyond, I don't know, it was like an hour and a half, I think. Felt good. Again, still a little bit bummed about missing out on the first marathon experience, but I can't let that hold me back. Again, we've talked about this on this channel before. I had an episode a few episodes back where I talked about obstacles and using them as learning tools. And this whole experience has been one push for personal development. I really enjoy the learning process, learning what's possible, pushing the limits to see what I can do physically, mentally, career-wise, you name it. And this experience has led me to really good habits. It has led me to experiences that I never thought possible. The idea of running 10 miles on a Wednesday in March was sort of out of reach by some measures, and I learned from people out there. I practiced, I refined, I learned some more. I approached everything that I'm doing now with sort of this white belt mentality of being a novice and picking up running at 44. And so I feel like, you know, I just want to experience the rest of this training block and learn about it. So I think I'm leaning towards running 26.2, a marathon by myself, getting my family and kids involved. And maybe that'll be just cool. I don't know, you know. So that's what I'm leaning towards right now, is just sort of documenting the rest of this journey, finishing that, and documenting 26.2 for the first time, albeit by myself. Having said that, I'll put the run details here. And this channel will continue to document the journey, the fitness journey work, but I'm also going to transition to more personal development, opportunities and videos from time to time on this channel, and document, again, what I've said all along is documenting my thinking, my learning, and my journey while I keep this white belt mentality. I really appreciate you watching. Thanks for everything.